Okay, we'll grab another front rope there. It's in the big canoe. Tie it off. We'll tie it. We got to tie that down tight yet. Get the other rope.
Yeah, I got to tie that.
We're not there yet. Get this other big rope.
And where do you want it?
I want you on that side doing basically what I'm doing here on that side.
Hi, so I'm Richard Dolan. I've been researching and writing about UFOs for quite a while. And we are driving toward Hubbardsville, New York, which is central New York State, to go to the scene of a fascinating UFO and apparent alien encounter 23 years ago to this day. This is July 24th, 2014. And in the car ahead of us, right there, are Fred Arcuri driving and Lou Piazza. I'm here with John Fava. John's running the camera, and John's cousin Jen, who I went to college with back in the day. And we are going to the scene of the event. We're on our way. We're going to go actually in the canoe, and we're going to take the ride. I'm looking forward to it.
You smell the European. Fred, you want to explain anything on the way up?
No, I'm not really that far. Corner back there. This is not the way we approached it, of course.
Now, when you
coming back, we're coming from the other direction.
Coming from the other side.
Yes.
Okay. And as you were coming back, then you were seeing like light. You saw a bizarre light first, wasn't it?
Yeah, you saw it right away. Where the light came from was in the woods, and then you realized right away it was something. It was an object. It wasn't just a light. That was.
What's beyond over
that cornfield? That cornfield that we came in the road. There was a cemetery and a big cornfield.
Yeah.
Beyond this little ridge line over there is that cornfield. And that's why I had walked right out to the back of that cornfield.
So there's no road or anything like that immediately by.
Through the farmer's field. I mean, if somebody was going to come in there, but there's no. I mean, the corn's right up to the. It's planted. It's not going to be disturbed till harvest time. Nobody's drove through there. Nothing's been touched. Nothing.
Wow. Yeah.
It looked like it did coming in today.
Well, how about we go a little further up then?
Yep. We're really right on it.
Further up.
It's easier when I turn around and look at the other way, but I'm telling you, it's right here. It's standing right here.
Where
right
would
here.
it be standing? Like,
right here.
Not on the water, so on the.
Right at the edge, because it was.
So
like,
this is all brush here, though.
Right.
So
it was
no
grassier. It was grassier, and there was the land. You could pull up and get on the land. It wasn't as filled in like this.
I just want to see this. So you're here. We're facing the other way.
I'm going to turn around the way it was. I'm going to turn this right around the way it was. Okay.
Lou is in front.
You were
in front at the time.
We're drifting.
You were basically.
I'm standing up here.
You're standing in the boat.
I'm standing right up, and I'm looking
beyond
right in there. I'm looking at everything right there, and let's see. I'm coming here.
It's like 50 feet away.
Yeah, well, the craft or whatever is back in there. It's not right here. It's back in there.
You see the craft
from
here?
Yeah, because none of the stuff was here. So let's say.
Good God. That is really intimate. It's like, that's very up close and personal.
All right, I'm going to tell you something. I can't say that it was any more than, couldn't have been no farther than this. No farther than this, standing right there. And we're stuck on the...
That's incredible. That's incredibly close.
It's right there, but I told you, the light's so bright back there.
Right.
Now I'm looking just at a black silhouette. I can't make out it's up close. I mean, I drew the picture what it looked like from half the distance there looking in them when they were peeking out.
Right.
But now that it was right here, it was just like that bonfire effect. You know what I mean? You got the lights behind it. You turn around and see the dark side of the moon.
Oh, exactly.
You know what I mean? But it was standing right there. Right there.
And it did that bizarre
we're pretty much facing, Louis pretty much facing, because this was all beaver dam right here.
You're more like this way.
Boy, I think it's even, I mean, it was even this close, Richard. I mean, it was right here.
It was there, like not
no,
here.
Right here. Right here, because the canoe was facing this way. I was standing up, which I will, just... I was standing up, we're stuck on it.
And the canoe is pretty much where we are now?
It's stuck, it's on the wood.
So you're a little bit past it.
No, I was just like the point of the canoe, if I stuck on it. It could be very close to it. It's right there. Right there.
Good God. So you're standing there looking at it, and Lou, you're like, let's get out of here. What were you doing?
I'm looking at, like it says, one guy behind the other, and all of a sudden, and go ahead and laugh, I see no genitals. That's when I said, this isn't human. And as soon as I saw that, that's when I jumped out and looked. That's it.
You jumped out into the water?
I jumped right out into the water.
Yeah, he jumped right in the water and he literally yanked the canoe out right up from underneath me. I mean, it's just like having a rug pulled out from underneath you. He did the same thing, and I was in the water. My one leg was on the dam, and I put the paddle down like this to catch myself. I was out of the canoe, and I'm reaching back. I grabbed this right here.
I had to left his ass behind.
And I yelled
this
at him.
Wasn't the canoe.
Yes,
the canoe.
oh yes,
this was the canoe.
Yes, oh yes, this is the craft. This is the canoe.
And I had to go to this day.
Yeah, I had to stop him and say, Lou, God damn it. And I turned around, now it was standing right there still, but now it's not waving anymore. It's just standing there, statuesque looking at us, I guess.
And it was short, I think you said.
You know, it wasn't tiny, but I say average size, 5.5 feet. I don't think it was. I don't think it was like tiny, and nobody else.
The skin was very white.
From when I looked at it, from what we saw it back by the craft, the whole area appeared white.
And then we had all the
whole area was just a glow of this white fog coming off the. It wasn't even moving.
Over there on that side.
It was like fog. It was like fog that was
to the
fixed.
left of you. There was the right at the time.
Right.
The right at the time. No fog, nothing.
Okay, don't talk with the
Only
hands.
over here.
The canoe. Don't talk with the hands.
No fog here, fog here.
Over here.
Oh yeah, it was just around the craft, the area that's all bare right when we come back. It's just around.
And you're getting the craft was like there's a cone.
Exactly the way I drew it. I mean I'm more than 1,000% positive. I know what it looked like. And the gold amber bars, I clearly see the curvature. See what I'm saying?
The amber lights.
They were long rectangular bars, just on.
There seems to be nothing going on here. I mean, there's
see this little dock people got in here, and then there's a house. I don't even know if there was a house there that long ago, but I don't know.
Yeah.
What were they looking for right here? Well, let's go take a little ride up and we'll.
And then we'll go take a look at the,
and then we'll come back.
Site.
Yeah, then we'll come back the way we actually approached it, and
yeah,
give you a quick little time to digest what we just talked about right now.
I have to say, this is really. I mean, when you
see this kind of brush wasn't here then. It was more open grass.
Yeah, this is very similar to how you described it, though, and I had a good one. So, as you were saying, then by this point we're coming back, and you notice a glow.
Yeah, so it's always right there. To my left. See right now? We already came down. We made a right. Now we're making a left, and we're looking in this direction. The glow. See what I'm saying? Always remember to your left over here, off 45 off your shoulder. You got this awareness that there's a glow going on down there. You don't know what it is yet.
You said there was a bridge?
The bridge we were parked at. So we were parked to put the boat.
And there might have been a light there. You're wondering if that was
people, from that angle, you think
fishing.
There's people sitting there on the bank.
Oh yeah,
fishing,
sure.
You know, that's what you think.
And again, how late was it? It was pretty late.
We just got something rolling through here.
You know, the sun would be completely down, and the stars are out now.
Right.
It's pitch black.
Right.
It's pitch black down here.
But it wasn't as late as midnight or anything like that.
No. It had to be like 9:30, 10 o'clock,
right.
quarter to 10.
Yeah, so really black.
The hell with this, I guess we just go now.
With a glow.
We just go.
A glow here.
Yeah, down in
that
there.
direction.
You still see it down in there. Whatever. Something's happening. There's a glow.
Right.
What, I don't know. So yeah, these trees are definitely. Certainly, which ones were here 23 years ago, I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Which ones are the upshoots, the smaller ones, obviously. So I know there wasn't as many. You see, the biggest ones were here for sure. Okay, can you see through that opening now? Right straight ahead, 12 o'clock. Could you see?
Sure. Yeah.
That's the picture you wanted. Did you get it yet or no?
I did. I took a few.
Let's see. I'll get you another one. But that's generally the idea.
This is how it looks.
I can see deeper into the woods. Right. Back then.
So if this is, I mean, because your side was up there, but it looked like this, and you saw
you could see into
part
the
of
woods,
craft,
right.
and you saw creatures peeking out from behind.
Right. There was no one around, and I was talking to them. They finally decided to peek around and look as I'm yelling, "Hey, how's it going tonight? Hey, how you doing?" I'm talking to them. I'm like, "Hey, how you doing? What's going on tonight?" Just like we talked to this gentleman on the curb just now about fish.
Exactly.
See, another human being would just stop to talk to total
because at
strangers,
first you thought they were people.
Sure, I mean, they're going to talk to you, right? I guess. But these.
Well, you were hello.
And then one came out.
Then they had this light.
One
I told
approached
they
you.
had this stupid
Did you? I'm trying to remember.
spotlight that came around right on us. I told you there wasn't a spotlight. There was no light on us. I mean, you see the light?
Right.
There's no light on the water. Louis right in front of him. I'm looking right at. I mean, there's no light on us. So we're pointed right at this thing. It's like dead on, aiming at us. And there's no light shining at us. None. Yet it looked like a light to me. You know, there's a light.
And I was quiet.
I'm trying to remember.
So you
did
see
you
once
see
again,
this creature come out? Did you see him walk
No,
out?
that's the part I like from what you're on your forehead. Get him off your forehead. The time I turned my head here as we hit the beaver dam, I turn around and look, boom, he's there. I'm like,
Uh-huh.
I think they were just there. Now that one's right there.
That happened.
That's about the only other thing we talked about. I could kind of recollect, go back and say,
Like
well,
a little bit of a time skip.
yeah, like how did that happen so fast? And it was already waving to me,
Uh-huh.
but it was fast.
Very strange. This is a bit of
I didn't
high
see it coming.
strangeness.
I
It
didn't
really
see
is.
it coming.
I mean,
Now, Louis
it's,
could probably add more to that about, see how you can see through here, Richard? See how you look deep, see deep in there now. See how you see,
oh yeah,
deep
yep,
in
yep,
there now?
yep.
Okay, you can look in with nothing bothering us in front too much. This is the way it all was.
Uh-huh.
So now we're gonna come down to the last stretch here. Okay? You see that dock that wasn't there all those years
Yep.
ago? Okay, that's basically right there at the bend.
Sure.
So you get the idea now. Here we
So
are.
at this point, you haven't encountered them yet, but you're
we're
still
not-
seeing
I
the
know
glow.
where I am now. I know how close I am to the bridge, to where the truck is. I know
Yeah.
where I am now.
Right.
I got enough, starlight. I know exactly where I am, and we're just going. We're not suspecting anything. I know there's lights glowing over there, whatever it is. And when I come around the corner, I'll see if they're fishermen, whatever the hell it is.
Yeah.
And of course, when we went around this corner,
It was a tripod shaped, conical tripod.
Mhm.
it was on Tree Lake.
And then the amber lights, you could see three of them going.
Stance. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it was
Across.
a conical. It was a cone with a cut off top. There was no pointed top.
Yep.
It was, it was a cone. Like a
Yeah.
trapezoid cone. It was, it was a.
Exactly right.
But it almost
And
looked
the
like it was
fog
hovering.
area came up to its base, basically, so I could still see the legs. I couldn't see to the legs to the ground, but I could see there were legs, 1, 2, 3. But that fog, I call it a fog, like that dry ice effect,
Yes.
but it wasn't moving. It was just like there. You know what I mean? It was just like,
Fog that was not moving.
yeah, it was just like there, and it was like light. This light effect. It was like weird. Everything was just like glow and this whitewash.
The whole
Another
situation
dame
is
there,
very
Fred.
weird.
So yeah, these little beavers, we got their little thing going on in there, I think.
Yeah.
So here we go. See this point here, okay? So see, there's a point I can't see in the corner yet. See, there's a corner, right?
Yes,
I can't
exactly.
see that
Turn.
yet. I can't see the corner yet, and I don't know how close I am. I think I'm dead set in the middle. I would say I probably was. As I'm just coming down here,
We're basically a couple 100 feet away.
we're not in the corner yet. That's not the corner. Or although we're starting to look beyond that. See?
Oh, okay.
Now, I could say maybe from here we saw it because these bushes probably were not here back then.
And what would you have seen? The craft?
Yes. Oh, it's
Yeah,
all
there
it
was
See-
nothing here.
See straight down.
Right, this is
straight
all-
down at
this
12
is
o'clock?
bare.
This was down. Yeah, I could look straight down into the woods from here.
I see.
You see, which we're not going to quite get that effect from
No,
this.
I get it though. But from this point, you're
in,
seeing a craft.
Yes. From this point in, right now, whatever it is, we don't know it's a craft yet.
Right, you're
But
seeing
I got to get halfway
an
to the
object.
distance, and I'm like, what the frig is,
you're
what
seeing
is
a
this?
thing
So now I'm coming down. Yeah, I'm coming down here.
at about this speed.
I probably would still paddle. Just let me go by myself, Lord. I'll just, probably emulate it a little bit better.
And then
I'm right now. I'll probably say, what the hell is this? I'm probably talking to Louis. We had no wind against
And Lou,
us.
were you seeing it at this point?
Oh yeah.
yeah, you could see it plain as day.
Yeah.
The
It's
glow
straight ahead
and
of us. But what is this? What the hell is
what's
this?
this fog? The light. It was amazing.
At like 9:30 at night or something like
Yeah,
that?
10 o'clock-ish, whatever it was.
It was closer to 10.
So right about now, we're definitely looking at it, right in the woods. We're looking straight down, but it's not there at the water line, Richard. It's here.
Mm-hmm.
It's more here we're looking. Okay.
Right.
More. If you looked at 12 o'clock, slightly more like 10 o'clock. You know what I mean?
Yep.
It's looking down in there.
Right through
down,
here,
yes.
and there's no trees here.
This stuff was all not high
It was
like
all
this.
down.
Not high like this. We're looking right at it. So kind of, if you use that beacon, they see that lighter green foliage up there.
Yes.
Use that as your guide, straight down.
Yep.
Concentrate on that area.
Exactly.
I would say that would be basically it.
That's where it was.
Or even more to the left, but that's where it was.
Can you get a GPS coordinate on your phone?
Yeah, I can.
I would love to get a GPS
I don't know if I have a
coordinate.
signal.
Oh,
I might be able to.
I'd love to get it just for the hell of it, to know exactly the latitude and longitude is
I'm gonna
exactly
try.
where we are.
The wind's got it, so we're screwed up. Of course, there's no wind. It's still in the night. Okay, so we're looking.
No blue jay
we're looking
going
straight
crazy.
in there. We're looking straight at whatever.
Let's
Whatever
see
it is,
here.
we're looking straight back at it now. I definitely wasn't paddling like that night. We were just kind of cruising, just kind of going with the current here, which we're not going to be able to figure out today. Out the headwind.
I don't
I'm
know
gonna
if
tell
I
you,
can
Richard,
get our
right
location here.
Richard.
Right here.
I'll tell you, right here is where they definitely popped their heads out. Right about here. We were see this leaning tree right here in front of you, straight ahead
All
of
right,
you?
so let's just. So
This leaning tree right here. See this one right here that's leaning?
yes,
Right here, you know.
Right here.
Right here. Let's go to the side of it and try to look beyond in the back. Would be better.
yeah, let's get closer to it.
I just wanted you to get this angle right up. Louis, leave it alone. Louis,
What?
pad on.
Okay,
So
you know,
I wanna
I'm
tell
putting
you
my
that-
paddle down. You do what you did that night. There you go, Dan.
You right now about here. This is about where I drew the picture from. About right here, looking at it.
And the being was by that crooked tree.
Behind that into the woods it was. Behind that crooked tree, further into the woods.
Okay,
Okay, is where this is.
that's good visibility.
Yeah, but being able to look straight in like you saw other areas.
Yes,
okay? Being able to
exactly.
see right back in there, plain as day. Okay. We got a good little headwind though. So yeah, so I don't, like I said, with this headwind, we'll never be able to determine. But we're standing here. I'm not even paddling now. I'm kind of just drifting.
I have to think. So at this point, you're seeing two creatures peek from behind.
Right.
Did you just jump out of your skin? How are you?
I
how are
told
you
you. I
feeling,
mean, honestly, the thing that came to my head was this freaking shit is for real. I mean, it was just a realization.
So
of
it
the
wasn't
moment,
terror. It was
of the
just
moment.
fascination.
I was fascinated. I was curious. I told you I was calm as I think I was. I wasn't.
And
you know,
Lou,
I didn't feel in
you saw
danger.
them. You saw
Louis was
the
calm
same
too,
creature.
really.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I didn't jump. Well, at first, again, I mean, the way it looked to him, it looked like a tripod to me, and the beings at first, because he was standing up, I didn't see him as well as he did.
Maybe
I
you
saw
couldn't
the
see them all
wave.
when they first came out. You saw
Yeah,
them
I
afterwards
didn't.
moving
I saw
around.
them
He didn't see
afterwards.
them ducking behind like I saw because I was the one standing up at the clear
Yeah, because when he
I'm
drew the
one
picture, I'm like,
talking.
Freddie, I don't remember
Yeah, I'm the
seeing
one
them
yelling
peek
to him,
out.
Hey, how's it going tonight? Hey,
But when I
how you doing
passed
there?
them, and then I turned, and that's when I saw them, and that
Right.
the wave.
Yeah, we are right about this close right now as to where we were. They were right back in there. We are this close. Right
Yeah,
now.
but the amazing thing, we were over there, and then all of a sudden they're here.
No, we were just cruising by. Lou.
Yes,
We were
yeah.
just cruising by watching the whole thing as they were milling about or whatever. We're dumbfounded by this, and then I'm going to tell you, I'm going to try to put me on the spot
No.
here once again, right on the beaver dam. Know where the distance is here. So, about in front of all this grass, years ago, was a
Man,
beaver dam.
man, oh man, oh man.
Two of them like
Maybe
this.
the two were the original
But
two.
none
that
of
were
you saw
behind.
more than two, though.
Maybe
No,
the
at a
third one
time.
was this one at the bank waving to us. Maybe there were three.
Maybe there was three because I saw the two just
Maybe
like this.
this one came ahead of the other two to the bank to get closer to us as we were coming by to get a view of us. Maybe. I don't. So all I'm doing is concentrating on this one that's waving at me because what else am I going to concentrate on? I mean, I told you there could have been an army of
Oh,
them.
exactly.
I would have
Never know.
I would have just been
And
looking
that's
at.
why Freddie
Yeah, we-
wants to go make contact. I'm not making contact. I don't even believe what I see right now.
I don't believe I was seeing either. I mean,
You know,
but I'm
it-
seeing it. It's alive. It's for real. Whatever the hell it is, it's for real.
Yeah.
And that's it. It's standing right there.
Then you got out of the boat.
Oh, I jumped
At
out
that
of the
point,
boat.
you jumped
Yeah, I started dragging.
And I had the paddle,
while
I
I'm
guess it's like
looking
it's
and
time to
I
go,
said-
Soaking
you know?
wet. You just
It looked like at first, I'm not going to lie, I thought they were two people doing the nasty. You know? That's what I'm thinking.
But they didn't look like people,
Well,
did they?
No,
when we
from a
got
distance,
closer
though.
to them,
From a
this is the
distance,
thing,
though,
when we
Richard,
got
they were
closer
like-
to them, all of a
From a
sudden,
distance, you see white figurines milling
Yeah.
about. You see white glimpses.
Right.
You think they're naked people behind
That's-
what?
Yeah, sure.
What is this, like a tent or what is it? What is going on? Then you realize it's not a tent. I mean, I don't know what they are, but it's definitely a machine with glowing amber bars on it, and then there's a spotlight on it. And then you yell out to them, they peek out, and you see two figurines that are just like glowing white with big black eyes. You're like, what
Yeah.
the fuck? Are you fucking kidding me? I mean, that's always going to be my head. Are
No,
you
exactly.
kidding me? This shit's for real? I mean, what else can I say? I
Yeah, but
couldn't believe it. Couldn't even believe it.
I'm looking, I saw no balls, nothing. I'm like, this can't be.
I mean, they look like Louis right now. See his glasses right there?
Yeah.
One figurine head with dark eyes. They look like that. I mean,
But the eyes, I'd say, were about like this.
you serious, Richard?
I mean, I see
wouldn't
these
say-
things, they're
you see how
like,
they draw them with the pointy corners. I remember them being slanted like that, but definitely big. You know, like our lenses, our whole orbital area. No
And
doubt
the
about
only
it.
source of light, though, was behind.
Was
some-
from the ground up.
From the ground up.
It was. I told you, it was this whitewash. This whole.
yeah, and the fog
a
was
glow.
here, nothing over
A
there.
glow. I didn't
You're
we
looking
call
here,
it
there's
fog,
a-
but it wasn't fog.
Well,
Whatever
fog
it was.
was
Whatever it
probably
was, it was-
dispersing the light, I would.
Whatever it was, it wasn't
looked like
really
a
true
fog to me.
Whatever that was emanating from the.
Because you said the fog wasn't moving. There was no
it was
motion.
just this, it was no motion. It was just like
Yeah.
there. It was like this whole
It's an odd
thing happening on the ground that there wasn't moving, or it was just there. It was just like this density of something. There was. It looked like I said. It looked like beams. Not so much beams, but it looked like they were standing on a light source. In the dark, and how the light would be coming up from the light source. You standing on it. That's what it looked like to me. Everything, the light was coming from the ground up.
It wasn't coming from the craft.
No, I think it was
just-
coming from the ground up. The
whole region.
The whole
area.
region, the whole area around this thing was like a lit up from the bottom up. That's the way it appeared to me.
That's the source.
Lou, would you agree with that?
Yeah, I would agree with that. And then the amber lights, of course. I mean, you're looking at that, and
The lights were just on.
yeah, but that's the thing. They didn't cast any
No,
glow
no,
of any sort.
they were bright. I mean, they looked just
yeah,
like
but they didn't glow like the white light.
No, they did not glow like they did not outpower the white light. That's a good point.
And
the amber color bars were just.
without.
If you go back to your vehicle and you turn your parking lights on, that's what it looked like. I mean, okay, and about that brightness, they were on just amber bars. I would say 4 feet by maybe they had to be 4 or 6 inches wide, strips.
On the craft.
Yeah, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. I could see the curve, plain as day.
Yeah.
There could have been 3 more bars on the other side. I don't know, but that's what I saw. 1, 2, 3. The amber light, you can see it plain as day, and then the rest of it just was a wash. I got the shape, the light came around, turned. That went slow. That was another thing. Turned right around mechanically slow like this until it was right at us. And I was like, now this is a 30-06 between the eye moment. What is this going to be?
No, exactly.
But then it dawned on me that there was no light. And that was the first thing was it was creepy. Then once it was focused on us, I quickly realized we're not in the light. There's no light on
Right.
us.
How is this possible? Right.
I'm looking right at him. I said, look, we're dark.
Yeah,
It's
there was
dark.
nothing.
There's nothing.
Nothing shining
Yeah.
on us.
Yet there's aiming something at us.
Yeah.
Now that's after they ducked back in, just the chronological the time. After they ducked back in, after I was talking, then the light, as if they went and did something, and then the light came around. And they were still as like I said, it's there, and we're going away from it to the thing, and it's there, and it's there, as we're watching it. And then I hit the dam, and bam, the dude's right there. I don't know if he was there all the time, or he just went in an instant. He was there, but he was there. He wasn't there when we
You
first
stumbled upon them, or you lost the paddle. You can't remember losing the paddle.
It just disappeared. It was like a card trick.
disappeared.
It just disappeared. Put it in the boat. We stopped.
You got a paddle in here. I don't see how
Yeah,
you could lose a paddle.
he put it down, and I mean, even with a wooden one, you put it in, it floats. It floats. How do you lose it?
The paddles are laying Richard, the paddles are laying down here out of your way while you're fishing. They're out of your way.
So I'm trying to get a
how did it
handle on
jump out
how
of the
you
canoe?
guys are perceiving it, because there are times when you're thinking, nah, we don't think it was part of the experience. But both of you are obviously mystified by how the damn paddle lost.
Well, that's what started. That was the weirdness of it. That was the weirdness of that was the weird thing that happened. Then led to this weirdness over here. It's like, are they related? I mean, how did
And
the
we
paddle
went
just
back to
disappear?
the area
Why
where
did my paddle just disappear?
it's very narrow.
Yep.
You would be able to see the paddle, I would think.
I mean, even over
even
here,
in the
as
dark?
wide as this,
Even as wide as this,
how
you
could
can see.
how could you not find it?
There's no wind
That's
still. There's no,
what blows my mind.
it's not gonna the paddle's not gonna like work its way underneath the brush pile and penetrate that and hide. It was so narrow up there. We lost this paddle. It's like, this paddle. Where's the paddle? Where did the paddle?
I mean,
disappear to?
we literally paddled into the underbrush, looking at underneath
was
the
up there
underbrush.
looking
Either either the paddle was just a freak accident and you stumbled upon these aliens in the woods.
All right, you're missing a point though.
Or-
I
yeah,
had
right.
to have the paddle to paddle all the way up to where we went. I could not have lost the paddle like halfway along the way and didn't realize it. We need 2 paddles. As far as we went, We had to paddle till we got there. All the way till we stopped. We didn't go any further.
So you really only
And
lost
that's
the
where we
paddles.
lost the paddle. We decided we didn't come back down the river. We were fishing that area, and I was like, I said, okay, that's it. We start working back, and like, paddle's gone. Paddle's gone.
So you had to paddle all the way to where you went fishing,
Yeah.
and then on your way back,
Well, just
at
as
the
we
beginning,
decided,
you
we
realized...
didn't even leave the spot, the area. As soon as we decide, okay, let's go back, it's gone. It just took me all the way there, but now it's gone.
within a second or a couple of seconds.
Well, we probably half-hour fishing before I realized
right,
we're ready to go. You know, where's the paddle? I mean, what did I probably went from here to there and maybe a little bit back, a little bit further. We were looking around for it, and, and all the way back. I said, well, I'll see it on the way back. I mean, there's no, it can't get away from us.
It's not like there was
It
a
can't
big
run away
current.
from
It's
us.
not gonna,
Right?
like,
There's no,
float.
this can't happen under these circumstances.
This is a swamp. This is 9 Mile swamp.
And it
The more
wasn't
water,
there.
the more rain
It
there is, the
wasn't
more water.
there.
You know?
Oh,
So-
it was calm like this. It's
Yeah.
just flat.
Mhm.
This is
Oh,
what
yeah.
this is what you see.
But it's like the level of the water
Right,
that changes.
right.
But it's
A little
swampland. This
bit,
is,
right.
you know,
Right.
not like a
No
major
super
river. It's
strong
fishing
current.
that you can get through.
Yeah.
It's a swamp.
So that's why we were perplexed about the paddle part.
And
of it.
from the time where
What, did
you...
they just come by, zip over our heads, and say, zip the
Where-
paddle out
where
or
you
something?
had
Was
been
it
before.
on their way over here? What did they do?
I'm guessing it's like maybe a 5-minute paddle from where you started to here. I mean, you weren't that far off, or
Well, we were that night. We were much farther.
You were farther.
Oh yes, I didn't take you far. I'm not going to go. Can't go that
Okay.
distance. We were much further. You know what I mean? But from that corner that I did take you up to about that bend, is where honestly I believe I could start to see the glow at the distance.
Yeah.
That's about where that part of the story started.
Crazy.
There. So all the way it took from there down to here to eventually come around to where you could see like. Well, it's not the bridge the glow is coming from. The bridge is down there where the people would be fishing. It's right here someplace. And you come around, it's like, wait, it's in the woods.
And the whole...
It's in the
you
woods.
were both adamant that your... the time, you had no missing time. You had
I
no...
don't think so.
You don't think so, and you don't think so either.
No, well,
You don't know?
there's no way of definitely saying yes
There's no
or
way
no.
definitely knowing, but I don't see
There,
where
there really
was
isn't.
any
How could you
missing
say
time.
yes or no to that?
Okay.
Because, I mean, if there was missing time, I wouldn't know about it.
Right, and it would have to be very short missing time because we weren't watching our clocks.
Well, that was the thing.
We didn't
I
go
mean,
like, okay, we're seeing this at it's 9:45. Well, I'm not looking at the clock. I'm guessing it was about half hour after complete darkness set in. It could be 10 o'clock because I said it took us time to get out of there because I only got the one paddle, so we were further up there.
And
This
then
wasn't, like by 8:30, 9 o'clock. This was later. It was pitch black. It was,
yeah, but you brought,
it was
you
dead
brought
of
up a
night.
point of possibly 3, and I never gave that consideration. You
I
know,
said, once
because I saw the two
I believe you did.
a little
Once that-
further down from
once that thing was
where.
waving, standing right there
Yeah,
waving, my eyes were only on that, nothing else. Nothing else.
Yeah, well, could the wave have been no? Don't
I don't know what. the wave
venture
was.
forward to them. Yeah, I mean,
I thought it was. I thought it was
the
friendly.
light that came around, was it something analyzing us? I don't know. I mean, there's a lot of questions there that you'll never answer.
No matter what.
And I wish I knew it.
It was a form of trying to make contact.
Seems
would have
like
to
it
be.
to me.
Couldn't be anything else.
It's looking at you. It's doing some odd thing with its arm.
Very
Like
slow
a
motion.
kind of a wave.
Like articulated wrist, like this.
Well, one guy,
Slow motion, like this,
it mentioned Tai Chi,
like this.
similar to in
Slow motion. Just
on the YouTube.
out perpendicular.
Video
Just
that
that
he
with the other arm like this, Richard. But the other arm just dangling like this, still. Perfect statue, just doing this.
Yeah.
I mean, I was floored. I mean, I was just like, what the heck? I mean,
What does this mean?
what is this? What is all this I'm seeing? And then my neck snapped. Louis dragged me out of the canoe.
I had to do what I had to do,
But
folks.
when I got in the canoe, I stopped and I had to get back in. You know, and I'm looking back, and now it's just it's standing there, just standing there as a figurine, and the light, glowing light.
So then, as you're being pulled away, as Lou's pulling this canoe
No,
away,
he just jumped in and beat feet right down to the truck.
so you just left.
Just left.
You're out of
Then
here.
you're out of here.
Yeah, and he's like, what was
you backed
that
that truck
the
up
whole
so
way
damn
down?
quick,
Did
and
you
wondered what
park
it was.
where we parked coming in here?
Yeah,
Same
just like
spot.
that. You pulled it up, backed up. We threw that canoe in there, tied up quick.
And you were in the water the whole time, just pulling. So you were soaking wet.
No. I got right back in.
Oh yeah, after I yanked us off of the I mean, it was deeper than it was. It was probably almost waist deep
very
to
well
me.
been deeper back then.
You know, and when I jumped in, I didn't know how deep it was. I'll be honest. I would have started swimming with the canoe or swimming without it. I'm not going to lie about that either.
No.
And I wound up taking off
through the dam, you know. You don't,
down, drag the canoe a bit,
Yeah.
and then jump back in. And he's, what the hell is that? What was that? And I didn't want to find out. I would today, as I said.
You're in
I would.
survival instinct mode, you know. That's,
Fight or flight.
Exactly.
My gut told me
Exactly.
take
Get
off.
out. Get out.
I mean, we don't know what outcome it would have been if we did make contact.
Try to pinpoint the exact spot. That's
And it was
No.
unknown. It was just the unknown.
I have to think if most people saw what you guys saw, an alien, for lack of a better word, some creature that looked like that, I
Right.
think many people would just get out. I really think most people would probably want to get out. That's
Oh,
my
it was
guess.
odd. There's no doubt about that. It doesn't get much odder. So
But you do find people have different reactions to these crazy things, whether it's an up-close UFO sighting or a creature sighting. Sometimes people have an unusual sense of calm that they can't explain later. They think, why was
that
I
was
so
me,
calm?
I guess.
That's crazy.
I was fairly calm.
Or some people have even
I was just determined.
a
My
more
curiosity
extreme
was
reaction than even you had, where they get really just
Panic.
an extreme panic. Yeah. So something happens that causes unusual
Something that
emotional
special,
reactions.
I
I think.
gotta know.
That's what it seems
Makes
like.
sense.
Every moment of it, I didn't know.
Definitely makes sense. But this is it.
Well, how about we
And
try
we
to
have-
go in? I would love
There's
to.
a landing
Yep, we
spot.
haven't,
I
even,
saw
we
it.
haven't
Yeah.
even touched the land yet. This will be the first time we're walking on their land
I see a landing
since it
spot
occurred.
myself.
So it'll be interesting.
Okay, we're docking here.
Coming in.
Right behind you.
We're coming in hot.
Thank you.
And I use these big trees as the guideline. So here's a big mature tree.
Right here.
There's a stump behind it. See the perimeter? There's a log stump, that big tree behind it where Richard's standing.
Yep.
So let's say this next tree here, that next tree there,
Okay.
these big stumps here.
Yeah.
Come around to maybe the big tree.
This is
on
a
the-
large area you're talking
this
about.
stump here, this stump here. You know, keep come on the inside. These bigger trees back to back again to this tree. This is the area right in here. This
But you
whole
said it was
area.
all disturbed by skidders.
This I can tell they logged in here. See these stumps?
Yeah.
You see this gully right here? It comes in there. See the treetops they left there? They logged in here. They probably did this 15, 20 years ago. They logged in. Them stumps they probably logged not too long after we were in here.
And this wouldn't have been here. This is young.
These are all young stuff. This probably has all been
So
grown
this
in.
whole
20
area was like, you said the soil was like coffee ground.
Yeah, see most of your forest floor is
There was nothing here. You
Oh,
said there was no
nothing.
living thing here.
nothing. Stripped clean. It was this. You see this little hump right
Still
here,
like
Ben?
soil.
See this little hump right here?
Yep.
We stopped digging. For all we know, this could be one of our humps.
It could be what's left of them.
This could be one of the humps right
Possible.
here. It's possible. That's one of the humps. We came in, there was 3 humps in a row. 1 hump, 2 humps, 3 humps.
This area is
This-
cleaned out
this
though.
could
When I
easily
came,
be one of the
Chuck,
humps.
What's
it was
this?
cleaned out.
This almost looks like this is circular kind of a
There
thing.
were humps that
This
stuck-
is almost
There
circular.
were humps
I don't
that
know if
stuck
this would
off
be.
the ground about this high. This is a
How
hump.
far apart were the humps?
Close. 1, 2, 3, right next to each other.
Like here, maybe.
In a straight line.
In a straight line.
They were not in a triangle, but they were in a straight line.
But
Look,
the humps were
look,
still
wait, see
also
this?
like
You see this?
soil. There's nothing there.
Well, you see all this?
Right.
When I tell you there was not one, not one,
Blade of grass or nothing.
not one, nothing.
So
There was
wait,
nothing
And
there.
you could go around here.
from
You
that tree.
well, I can't
all
be
the way-
exact. I can't give
but-
you exact.
all right,
but
roughly.
let's just say roughly inside this perimeter right here.
How large a diameter would you say?
Stay, keep right inside these big trees to this stump, right in here, to that stump, to right in here.
Stump.
Okay, let's do this, Lou.
So,
I'm gonna say this.
Maybe 20 feet diameter. Maybe does that sound right? That's the impression I'm getting from you, but I don't
The
know.
measuring tape. Go from here.
Let's just say
That
maybe.
stump around here.
Come around here. Let's imaginary line going around to there. A radius going around that stump right here, around there, and then let's do that same thing right around in
And it
here.
goes right around here to that stump.
Right.
Here's part of the perimeter.
Like all around in here, going back around in there. So let's use
The
this.
funny thing, I mean, that,
More than 20 feet. That's
yeah, I mean, there's a big.
Let's just, I mean, I don't know if that way or this way
Mature
exactly.
trees like this, tiny.
You know what I mean? I can't tell you if it's centered
30
exactly.
feet diameter. I'm thinking.
I would say 25, 30 feet in diameter was this big area. You know, and
All of this was
could be
just
this could
nothing
be the
but
main tree that
soil. It was like coffee grounds, they said. About to say?
You see this little ridge right here? See this little ridge line? See how it goes up?
Yes, yeah.
Okay, there's this little hump ridge line. It probably goes almost to the road. It probably does go right, continue to the road.
Mhm.
So on the other side of that, back up in that corner is that cornfield. When we left that night, we took off up the road. We got about halfway through the cornfield. And on this side, facing the wrong way, was an orange Ford F-150 pickup. It was like back in the 70s. It had that goofy orange color with like a white stripe on it.
Yeah.
And it was parked off the road, facing the opposite direction. You know, like he should have been parked on this side. He's on the opposite side. And I always wondered to this day if there wasn't somebody that came in and was off this damn ridge looking down in. I also saw this and pulled into that parking lot and came across this cornfield from a different angle.
Just to watch.
Just to see.
Just another witness.
Yes, I often wonder if there could have been another witness.
You didn't see a guy in the truck?
No. It was an old Ford, orange Ford pickup with that white stripe on it. It was a typical beat up old farmer truck. It wasn't there, obviously parked when we came in the evening, but it was there when we beat feet to get the hell out of there.
Show John the, so all of this again was soil that was just nothing.
Nothing.
But
I think Louis' description of coffee grounds is just keep that in your mind, how pure that would be.
And you were saying
Yeah.
it came right up to a tree?
Yeah.
Sure.
You get a good look at it in the sunlight.
You got to let him explain this because this is
John remembers
really
it.
something.
He saw it. He knows. He remembers it.
Yep.
Well, right, you saw it, right?
Yeah.
Exactly.
With Freddie's cousin Chuck.
So John, whatever you want to get over and film or whatever.
I'm filming.
He's got it.
He's filming. So, you got the bark. And then all the dirt that looked like coffee grounds was pulled away. There was nothing there. On every tree in this whole perimeter, there was nothing there. It was dirt with precision. No stones, no nothing, no roots, no anything.
Nothing
None
like
of these
this.
stones.
Nothing.
Nothing like this at all. All loose, right up to the bark. Precision, all the way around. Perfect precision. Every one of these trees, it was loose. Loose with nothing, no roots, no stones, no nothing. Perfect. Right up to where maybe the lichen mold or anything that's on the bark was undisturbed. No bark was burnt, no bark was disturbed, no branches were busted. But this forest floor was stripped so clean with not a single little, I mean, even this little bit right here would take me a lot of minutes to try to get it that clean. Get every little piece of organic material out of here.
And yeah, you came here 3 days after.
And this was 3 days after. This is what I found.
Area you're saying was
this area, this is what I found. Like this. Just like,
yeah.
Put your hand out.
Yeah.
Just let it go through your fingers because that's about what it was. Light and fluffy like nothing. Everything you see in that circumference.
That's
was like
incredible.
that. Stripped. Well, everything else is the way it is now. Perfect. With no sign of anything coming in and out here. Absolutely none.
Well, someone stripped it clean, either the beings you saw or if there was a cleanup after, who knows.
I couldn't tell you. It was stripped
No one
clean. Whatever did it, it was unbelievable. I never seen anything like it. Stripped clean. So, that would be it. And that is that.
sanitized.
Sanitized. It was like sanitized. It was exactly what it was like. I never seen anything like it. How could you do that right now?
And you said no tracks, no sign of any machinery
no sign of
that had been there.
Sign of nothing around this whole perimeter, and then out to the field and beyond. What
And you
clean
said-
up?
you
What
said
did
there
they do? Did they come from the sky and clean it up?
You said
What-
no
there was
damage to trees that you could
no
identify.
damage to tree limbs. No branches broke. No trails. No scuffed up marks like something was dragged. No wheel. Nothing. A forest floor like you see it, just like it is in July. Just look around.
Exactly.
Just the way you see it. Undisturbed. Not even a trail. Not even a deer trail like you just saw. Nothing. Nothing. Except that area was stripped clean. So. This is definitely it. This is definitely the spot. And that
So Lou's got the
that could
Geiger
even be
counter.
One of the humps.
I
That
heard it
could be
beep a
one of
few
the humps.
times.
Oh, you got the metal detector.
Well, I found a can and I wanted to make sure it was working.
Metal detector.
And it did.
Okay, good.
Giant, it's not even impossible. That is one of the humps. It's not impossible.
Okay, so we should take a sample then.
I guess. It's not impossible. Because the minute we walked in, we actually came in that day, Richard. We didn't come in like we just did in the corner. We came in head on. We just beached it in the front and walked straight in. When we came back
okay.
at
Right,
okay?
right.
And so if I'm walking right up in from the low part through there, stepped up in here, that's one of the first things I saw was the 3 humps in the strip there. Where the
I can only imagine your astonishment. Honestly, you're coming back to the scene of this amazing event from 3 days earlier, and then you
still
see this
astonished
other
it was yesterday.
thing
I'm
that's
still-
inexplicable.
I'm still astonished.
Maybe
Every
more
day I think about
inexplicable.
it, I'm astonished. I'm not embellishing any bit of it. It's just so hard to try to get somebody to. It's mind-boggling to see what it looked like that day here. It's to even get you to comprehend the coffee ground thing. I guess the best perfect way of describing it.
And then you guys go for 20 years and not know how to talk about this.
I mean, could they
to
come in here with a
anyone,
bulldozer and level this all out?
Everybody would have thought
and then
we
spread
were crazy.
coffee grounds
And
like a
back then, I
beach.
mean, now I don't care. At my age, I don't care. I am who I am, and
basically? Yeah.
it doesn't matter.
Literally, I mean, right, Lou? Could they do that? Could they come in with a bulldozer and level it out, and then they'd come back with a tractor trailer load of coffee grounds and dump it and spread it all out,
Yeah.
sweep it up perfect around the bark.
Right.
That's about what we would have to do to copy this in a short period of
It'd be a
time.
big operation to get the machinery in here anyway. How would you
Yeah,
get
how would
machinery
they
into
get
this
it in?
area?
Well,
would you
they
do
said that's the corner.
There was no broken branches.
If it was a
in
human
the upper
cleanup crew,
canopy.
how would they get in here with machinery?
How did they
to do
not
that?
leave evidence that they
You
were in
need
here?
large equipment. How would it come in? Would it come
Unless
in
they
that
came
way,
in
or
as a logging operation.
where would be the entry
They'd
point?
come in through that farmer's field, come right in here and log.
Yeah, but there was no track or nothing.
No, I'm talking about right now.
Oh.
If indeed we're just theorizing somebody, they definitely logged in here. These are the stumps. This is the proof. They logged 20 years ago, whatever. This was 23 years ago we were in here. These are old stumps. They've been logged
I
a
would
long
think
time
if this
ago.
was a human cleanup crew, you'd need some really major equipment to do the thing that you're describing.
I think so too.
I would think. More than one piece of machinery. No.
But me and him, we walked
And it
back
was level.
out.
You said it was all
You
level
see
down?
that nice northern pike
was
you just
level.
saw today? Richard,
Except
you
for
see
the
that
mounds.
nice, the guy with his gal over there, he caught the nice fish, right?
Yeah, right.
So that's how ditzy we are. We come back in after all this, we're like, let's just go fishing here. You know what I'm saying? Let's just go fishing and like think about all this. It's kind of like,
Right.
Well, at that time, we didn't think anybody would believe us
I'm
anyway.
like, who am I going to tell?
I wanted to,
Who am I
because we
gonna
had
tell
British
this
Air
to?
Force
You know,
base. I
we're not
wanted
gonna-
to call the Air Force. And he's like, we're not calling nobody to lock us up.
You're running your own
Next.
business. You
What
don't
would
want
happen?
people to think they're
No, right,
You're
right,
in the
right.
neighborhood. Next thing you know, you're the neighborhood
Sure.
crack pack. What are you going to let that guy fix your equipment for? He's a nut. Right?
No.
Shut up.
Sure.
You don't say nothing. Outside of that incident at the school, probably at a party with him one night, I told a couple other couples. Really very limited, until this video that he recorded, very limited people. I couldn't believe there would even be, not even 2 dozen people. Well, that class there was 2 dozen